the beginning of something else. 19 kilograms, which actually equals to 418877. 8877 will create 6 and 6. 41 is the passage, because 1 and 4 is everything. If you start and we work, okay, with 7, we go 1, 2, 3, and then 4 from the left. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 from the right. So we jump on to both sides. We each get 4. You get the back, I get the front. 4, or we're both on 1, and then we can pull. Have you ever seen it? It unwraps how it works. You unwrap the ball halfway, and each one has like a tongue going out each way. That's number 1. Number 2, we already did the pagan generator. We already did the Russian and Nibiru and Boston all together, the beehive. Very, very quick, because we've done this before. Now, what I didn't notice is in here. Number 4 equals 70, the center of everything. 50 plus 20. And number 7 equals 82. That is your 11. It equals 512 memory plus 6. Instead of 512, it's now 518. Okay, 8 is A and H. Okay, H is always with I because it brings in the 2 pillars together. And at the same time, you see this? It's an R letter. You see the hat and the 7? The 7 and the 0 together look like the R. And also 1 and 2 in the Mayan design look like the R. This is your transformation. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 equaling to the Z. The Z is the N, bringing it from one side to the next. The total here is 130 and 14, 70 and 60, 130, and 8, 138, 144. That is your cycle, 12 by 12, rung in with the sky and communication. 277 is one of the numbers in here, but we won't go where. 240 plus 11 is 251, plus 9 is 260, plus 10 is 270, plus 7 is 277. 3 and 4 connect, 4 and 7 connect, 7, 4, 3 equals to 14. Remember, when we reach number 14, that automatically goes around the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick any 6 sides, you get 4, and those 4 will always equal to 14. That's the way it is. So that's what 14 is. 1 and 4, 1 times 4 brings you the center of its own existence. 277 plus 6 equals 283. Plus 5 equals to 288. The 283rd day on October 10th is the 283rd day. Cycle creation inside the church of creation. 2 and 3. 2 and 3 is a representation. I'm going to try and see where I mark this. 2 and 3 is a representation of, can I get it on this side over here? Okay, we'll see if we can find it, but I'm going to make something up. I'm going to show you. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. 6 and 5 is 11. 11 equals, okay, to the 3 ball. 3 ball plus 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 2, 3, 3, 2. 1 and 1 is 2. 5 and 5, no, 1 and 1 is 2. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 6 and 6 is 12. This is the light and the polar of the same cube, also standing for the spirit. And 1991 and 1/3 part of a moon, in which if Mars has 2 moons, 57 and 57 equals to 114. Abraham. Add up 1 to 14 equals to 105, the hand of God, which will revert to 165, 5 and 6, which is 11 again. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 6 and 5. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 6 and 5. All these numbers are the same. The difference is the 1 goes through the heart, okay, of in between 2, and 1 in between 2 equals to the 3 of creation, of life, 22. 1, 5, 5, 1. 5 and 5 is 10, is 1. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5, 57, 75. G and E, electric, the running of the moon. 3 times 19, 3 by 25, 5 by 5. 3 times 5 by 5, 5, 3, 5. General Electric, electric company. 7447, the number of Jesus, the number of the cross, the number in time equals to the cycle, 1776, and how the numbers come together in order to turn the gears. Matrix, just like any system, is programmed in its own way. Give me a second. Matrix is like me standing here and you saying to me, so when are we going to do it? And I'm going, when I'm ready. So matrix is when the numbers all hit their thing, it will happen. And we're forcing the hand. By selling all kinds of different things and making people get sick, we're forcing matrix into the future because it's catching, oh, look, the black cat again, because we're allowed to show it again. It's part of the matrix system. I don't know how to explain it. So we're not going to talk about the 10 commandments now, right? The dent, the entity, spirit, time, and 10. D-E-N and T-E-N are the same thing. It's a 10-10. It's a combination of two sides. One is the French, one is the English. How it is said in French, they say so many things in French. It's unbelievable, and I just can't explain it like that. But let me finish with these numbers over here. How do we get this 5775? 5 and 5, like I said, is over here. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 1, 5, 9 are all the same. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9 are all the same. 1, 4, and 7, excuse me if I said that wrong. 1, 4, 7 is 3, 3, 3. 2, 5, 8 is 6, 6, 6. And when you go to 3, 6, 9 is 9, 9, 9. If you go 1, 2, 3, it equals 3, 6, 9. If you go 4, 5, 6, it equals 3, 6, 9. If you go 7, 8, 9, it equals 3, 6, 9. Because that's the formation of the numbers. 3 brings you the triangle. 4 brings you the circle. That's the way I work. 3 by 120, 33. 4 times 9 is 360. And those are the basic numbers. 2 and 3 and 4. That's it. 2 is a half of something else that has more value, because if you're half of something, there's still an up and a down. I need it to go into 4 pieces, and all 4 of them are separate. 7, 8, 8, 7 is where we are right now. 15 and 15. 7 and 7 is 14 on the outside equals 5. 8 and 8 is 16 equals 7. 5, 7, 7, 5 brings you back to the same number. And the gateway, because when I get change, 7 cents, 5 cents, 8 cents, oh, it's going to cost me a dime, eh? It's going to cost me double nickel. The minute you hit the extra 2 pennies, it's going to cost you. It's like going over the speed limit. They regulated everything for us, right? So let's get on to something else that's next, right? 360 plus 21 equals 381, plus 24 equals 45, plus 33 is 438, equals to 480. What is this reason for this number right now? Oh yes, and single numbers have their own circle, right? Like 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals to 31. Well, that's a circle, because you completed its own math. Okay, what are we going to do here? Thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. S and T says the sky, the sky, the sky. The next one we're going to bring it over here is 146. Was that a mistake on the last page? Did I add that right? I wanted to bring something else. I wanted to finish this calculation. 1661, okay. 4 is 2332. 2332 is right over here. 23, 23, right? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is the same as this. But when I go 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, I'm equaling to 11. 11 and 23 is 34. 11 and 32 is 43. Barack Obama, JFK. Why? Move down the presidents a little bit. We have to make room for Grover Cleveland, who came out twice. And what about Oscar? I'd be sweeping up the garbage, right? What's Oscar doing in the garbage can? Because we all know the garbage can that has the handle, just like Mr. Sater shows. Mr. Sater says, oh, look, I'll do it on a garbage can. It has all those lines to reinforce. And then it has an outer ring to hold everything in, the cap that sticks on the garbage can, right? Have you ever really looked at the world? Do you think the world looks like this? No, it's indentations, and it gets thinner and thinner and thinner until it gets to the bottom. You ever see the way they hold the globe this way? And it looks like this big globe that way. Well, what happens if it was this way? That'd be like one big screw. You just make it thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. Oh my God, got to pass through Pamela Canal. What about Sue? What about Sue dancing in her boots? Maybe we'll pass through her canal, right? And we pass through these canals because of different levels of the area space. Time creation, I am the Lord. Let's get this back onto the next thing. 60 and 80, Zion, Israel. Why 60 and 80? Because the expression of 60 and 80 is 60, 89. 60 is 66 is 68 because 60 and 80 is 101 away from 7. That's why I'm allowed to put these two. Becomes 146. 0 equals 6. And then this one word over here equals 6, Zion, Israel, because it's east-west and the one spirit that runs through it. And we add on another 6, becomes 512. Zion, Israel is the passing of memory. Maybe that's why we get this. Take a good look. Letters and 1, 4, 1, 5, 9. The first part of pi is 1, 4 in N, 1, 5 in O, and 9, 2 inside Z. And then it's a 6, 5, right? 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, all inside Zion. And it says 2012 or 2012. What we do want to remember is 123 times 47 equals 2021, or move it around saying 2012, and who read the scriptures wrong because it's so perfect. What is that time? That's the amount of time for Moses, okay, coming all the way up to Jesus, and then running all the way up to Mr. Number 44, bam, bam, barackle, bam, right? We had to come up to bam, bam, and pebbles. This is 11, 11 is inside of 4. 11 times 11 is 121. The gateway, 9 and 4, is inside of 4. The matrix and passage is inside of 4, and Zion, Israel is inside of 4. Memory is inside of 4. The cycle is inside of 6, and it runs 6. It runs 6. Just remember that. This is from a past video. 142857 were the numbers. The answer is 6, 9, and 3. And every time you get 9 is the same thing as 6. 1 always carries within because 1 is inside of 9, just like 1 is inside of 5, just like 1 is inside of 3. Because when you look at it, 1 is inside of 3. 1 is the direct opposite of 6, leaving 8 white ghosts, and where you get 5, the center 1, which is inside number 4. But you see it in 5. 135, ACE, 351, adding up 1 to 26 into the alphabet, 351. Adding up 1 to 36 is 666, and 351 is 315. Isn't that right? 315 and 351 equals 666. Well, when you add up 1 to 26, it equals to 351. When you add up 1 to 36, it equals to 666. Take away 351 is 115. Is that what I said? 351, 115. 350. No, wait a second. I said it so many times so fast. I wanted to be so perfect. I ended up making a mistake. So let me drag this onto here. 351, 666 equals to 300. Yes, it equals to 315. Okay, 3 times 15 is the fox. 5 by 31 is 155. 515, Jesus Christ. 315 on your keyboard, if you look at the third key, the first key, and the fifth key, it says CAT, cat, and 135 in keys says ace, cat. So ace in the hole because he's the circle of life. We did this in the last video. So 142 is the cat, 428 is the cycle, 4 and 2 is 2 cubes inside of Pluto, 2 sides, 84, the number of Pluto, 4 times 2, and 2 times 2, and 2 times 4. This is number 4, but inside of this, there's a 1 that goes. There's got to be 2 of these. 2, 5, and 8 is the passage through the center. So when you see 142857, it's 635, 8 or 1 decide. We're going to take 8 or 1, right? Or 1 needs the gateway. Then we take 7. 7 says 6. 6, 6 says I have 1 inside. All we're left with is 2, 3, 4. 6, 3, 5, 8, 2, 9. This one would be 9, 6, 8, 2, 5, 3. And this one would be 3, 9, 2, 5, 8, 6. What are these? We need to reach number 13. We need to reach number 1. We need to reach number 10. We need to reach number 7. We need to reach number 10, and we need to reach number 13. Okay? And then there's the other side of the board. Because when you're doing 10, okay, on one side of the board, you have to be doing on the other side of the board 34, 31, 34, 31, 28, and you'd be doing the next one, 25. You would start at 25, 22, and 19. 25, 22, 19. 25, 22, and 19. Instead of doing 7, 10, 13. And these numbers, where did I get these numbers from? I don't remember right now at this point, but I know I got them from somewhere because I've been working with them forever. 7. Oh, yes, I remember. First of all, this is the number on your telephone. The left side is 1. The left side below the 1 is 4. The other one is 7. When you strike a 7 with a 1, it becomes a 4. When you do that, it also looks like a jack if you write it too close to the side. 25, 47, energy inside the moon. 57, 66, split of the cycle. And this I'm going to show you inside of a piece of art where the 6 comes from. Because when the eyes meet, each side stops at 5 and 5. They meet at 6 and 6, and above is 6, not below is 6. We need the diamond on the top of the stand, right? Raphael, 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for your time and sharing this video, because we are the memory. We are the we. How do you spell that? French spell we only with vowels. O-U-I. It says, where am I? O-U-I says, oo, oo-e. Where is he? But we is also me and you and everybody else. We is an association. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus in the year 5776, and last year we finished 5775. One last thing to mention: 9, 5, and 1, 9 and 1, and 5 and 5 is 10 and 10. Makes a perfect fit, doesn't it? Thank you.